That was all right, I guess. Oh, knock knock. I think we wanted to start the album with a bit more energy. It was either Knock Knock or it was going to be a Revive, and we thought Knock Knock suited it better, pretty much. I think it's a simple answer. I think just have fun with it. I think that's pretty much what we were doing. Knock Knock's about Perry's ex who cheated on him with his favourite music artist, which is pretty brutal. And we thought we might write a song that was a bit more making the best out of a bad situation, throwing a few kind of jokey lines at the end of the day. It made us laugh, so maybe it'll make everyone else laugh. I kind of wish we put a few more in, to be honest. Me and Perry wrote Knock Knock in the cabin at the end of my garden. We weren't going to write any songs. And I'm that one guy around a campfire like, hey guys, the song I wrote. Like, Perry was like, oh, can I have a bit of a rant about the girl? We got so drunk that night. We woke up the next morning, looked on voice notes. Oh, what's that? New voice note. Nope. Knock knock. What the hell's this? Neither of us remembered. Kept playing. We're like, this is a banger. The joke we always make, technically speaking, neither of us know if we wrote this song because we don't remember writing it. It's called Fracture. Fracture. Fracture was entirely about how I felt. It was during lockdown and after a breakup I'd had a few years ago. I think I approached Sam and said I wanted to write a song, but I had no idea how to put it into words. So Sam helped me kind of like sit down and talk about it, and then we ended up being able to put it into words through his lyric crafting, and then I kind of shaped it and what we call song doctored it, changing syllables here and there to make it flow and changing words to make them flow into each other a bit more. And that's how we tend to work together mostly, to be honest. I really enjoyed doing Fracture. My acting in it is atrocious, but it was really... Fracture was so much fun to record, and I'd love to do some more videos like it. I need to get better at it.
I think this year has been a good year for you in terms of like stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit and trying new things.
Absolutely, yeah. I've come a lot further than I thought I would. I think sometimes, generally, people need to tell themselves that a bit more.
What? Right.
The next song on the album is called Chalk. It was the first song we wrote and released. I think like it was always the blueprint for what we wanted the album to kind of represent. That's why, I suppose, partly why Temporary Lines has the name it did, because it was initially going to be called the Chalk Project. We wrote Chalk and we wrote Shadow, I think, at the same time. That was what I wanted the whole vibe to be about, and it was going to kind of stay in that dark pop area. But then the truth is I got a little happier. Yeah. I think it was you that kind of said this, and I think this definitely resonated. When you're going through something, it's hard to write about it. But once you've gone through it, you end up writing about it. Yeah. And it's pretty easy to write about. So when you end up getting around to actually writing it, it's not that hard.
Other people's music helps you get through stuff. Your own music helps you process stuff after the fact.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Should I say that, or do you want to like just see if you can hear it? Just put captions. I like drawing with chalk.
Yeah.
Yay. Oh no, I fucked up your seat, sorry. She's my shadow, shoot. Oh no, it's called Shadow. Shadow's the next song.
Obviously, you've known your dad for a while.
That's the intro right there. I'm working with my dad on Shadow. I think we always wanted to get him involved with some of the songs, because he's inherently musical as well. He used to play the bass a lot. I said to him, I've got this new song, I need a bass line for it. Do you want to have a crack at it? Went away for a couple of hours, came back and we recorded him playing the bass on the song, which I think is such a cool thing. I've always been a massive believer that if you are a true music lover, you love pretty much all kinds of music, or at least can appreciate it. I grew up with jazz. One of my favourite bands is Bring Me the Horizon. Little bit different to jazz. My dad, whenever we used to go on long drives, he used to put on God knows how many different types of genres and things like that. No Tomorrow by Awesome was a big one. Herbie Hancock. Snarky Puppy was one of my favourites. That's like this jazz group. You'd always be like, oh, what time signature's this in? Try and sing the harmony to this song and things like that. And that would be like a little challenge that I do in the car. But yeah, that's probably a major part, is making sure that I listen to loads of different types of music, and it ends up naturally influencing you. And I still force myself to listen to stuff I didn't think. Last night I was listening to some like Mongolian like throat singing rock. That's actually true, by the way. Look up, see the clouds above. My mate Perry, who has helped me write, I think 3 of the songs on this track, on this album, I went over to his for a few drinks. He was feeling a bit down. It was because of the breakup that we sing about in Knock Knock. That breakup, he'd gone through that, and he was feeling a bit crap, and was sat on his balcony drinking a few drinks, and Look Up is pretty much what I said to him. Being able to create a song like that, because there's a lot of people who said that they've resonated with the song, with Look Up. People seem to feel like it's being sung to them. I love playing Look Up. It's sad I don't get to play it very often. There's a lot of meaning behind it. We got very drunk that night. I would say, for some reason, this response gets a bit of hate. For the fast-paced singing rap kind of stuff, it definitely old Ed Sheeran. It is class. My job is cover gig, and every time you learn some songs that you end up like resonating with and you really love playing, you naturally end up being influenced by those. Stevie Wonder, through to Bring Me the Horizon, through to ELO, the Beatles, everything on this playlist. So there isn't really much that many genres that we miss out on, to be honest. Your pretty lion smile. Dan's a bit of a really easy, such a strange person. No, love you, Dan. Dan is such an easy person to work with, because you send him the track with the space, and he sends back about 4 or 5 different solos. What we ended up typically doing is messaging Dan back, being like, I really love the first half of this one, the third quarter of this one, and the last quarter of this one. Could you play it like that? And he'd quite often be and he'd get it back to you within a day. I got the privilege of playing alongside him for a few of my gigs as well, which is really cool. I have no doubt that we're going to end up working together in the future. With songs like this, there was a lot of writer's block involved in writing this song. Me and Perry came up with this technique, and I use it all the time. Writing out 10 different words, and then writing out a bunch of rhyming words, as many as you can think of for each of those words. The initial 10 words have to be something to do with the song, of course, or the topic that you want to write about. Lion Smile is inherently based off a concept that very much frustrates me. It's just dishonesty. Fake ass hoes. Ties into when people say they're going to do something but they don't, kind of thing. But I have no idea. I don't really know where I was going with it. She's a wild card. Like that. I've always had a huge amount of respect for people who act and think differently, don't follow the crowd.
Unapologetically themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Unapologetically themselves is a perfect way of describing it, I think. A girl I met about a year ago, who is now my girlfriend. And she's definitely inherently one of those people who are absolutely themselves, doesn't follow the crowd. Generally a bit of a wild card, yeah. And it's one of the coolest things about those kind of people, you know. He's gonna hate me for saying this. We tend to, at least right now, because it wasn't the case initially, we quite often make a joke that whenever we're writing something angry or sad, we'll always tap into Perry's emotions. And whenever we're trying to write something a bit more upbeat and happy, we'll tap into mine. With Revive, neither of us were in a brilliant place. For a while, I'm very lucky to say I've been pretty happy. The songs that I've been writing recently as well, and the songs we've been releasing recently are a little bit more upbeat. I find it so stupid how I didn't clock it at the start, but why the hell do I say revive? Yeah, revive. That's how you pronounce the word. I need a revive. It's become a bit of a meme now, hasn't it? The story of Revive. Oh, that's a fun one. That was the first song that me and Perry ever wrote together, and we wrote it with our mate Will Wang as well. This is a song by James, Will and Will. We wrote the song in back at Will's, and then we came up with the general melody, and then we finished it off in Wetherspoons in Canary Wharf. Pretty much wrote that entire song, most of it, in Wetherspoons in Canary Wharf. What's really cool about Revive, this is the most streamed song. This is clearly the song that most people like on the album. Whenever I end up playing it at a gig, this is the one that everyone ends up singing to. Half the time the audience knows the words better than I do, to be honest. If you're saying what's the favourite memory of playing it live, I don't think it's the gigs. I think it's whenever my mates ask me to play it just at a house or something like that. One of the coolest things in the world is when an audience or your mates or something like that end up singing a song that you wrote back at you. Because your mates will listen to your song once, say it's really cool, and then never listen to it again if it's crap. If your song's class, your mates will listen to it once, and then listen to it again, and then learn the words and this, that, and the other, which is, that's the biggest compliment in the world. Social Battery.
Social Battery you wrote before you wrote Homesick.
Oh yeah, this is way earlier. Yeah, Social Battery's a really early song. It's a whole lot poppier, electronic drums, beeps and boops, I suppose. And I must have produced it about 4 or 5 times before we finally got it right. But I knew that I wanted it to be a bit more, almost pop punkier, which is really cool. The downside is it does make it really hard to play just acoustically. We originally wrote a couple verses, and I don't even know if it had a bridge. We ended up like keeping the first verse because it was a little bit more like an intro kind of verse, and then going down that singing rappy route for the second and third verse. The second and third verse have Easter eggs to all of the other songs in the album, and a few of the songs in the last album. So if you wanna go and have a listen to it, figure out all the references, please do. I still find myself being a bit nervous at parties, and I've always really enjoyed being social, just not been very good at it. And to an extent, I'm probably still not very good at it, but I think I am, so that's all that matters, I suppose. Fake it till you make it. No, I've definitely come out of my shell a bit more, but the song's still the same. The song is still something that I think most people can relate to, even the people that are crazy social butterflies, because you can only handle so much. Got a bug in your hair, mate. There you go, see?
What was it?
He's over there. Good bit, James.
What's it called?
So the album's called Temporary Lines. In short, the album is called Temporary Lines because I was at the pub with my dad and we were thinking about what we were going to call it over a few drinks, and someone in the back bar that we couldn't even see suggested a few names, one of which was Temporary Lines. We were like, oh, this is cool, because we were talking about how we wanted it to be something to do with chalk and the idea that everything you go through in life, no matter how positive or negative, is in theory temporary. So make the most of life whilst you can and don't take it too seriously. Like a chalk drawing, it eventually gets rubbed out, you know? I think the deepest line we've got has to be Ronnie Mac wants his wig back, she's out with a clown, he's better off with a Big Mac. I definitely, so there was a few lyrics in Knock Knock and Revive that we just wanted to get into the song because we thought it would be funny. Oh, we're working on a bunch of new songs, hell yeah. The step up in quality in the next few songs is absolutely mental. Like the stuff that we've been writing now, we've been putting so much more time, effort, and being a lot more hard on ourselves with the songs, and it's creating a product that's a lot better. We're still debating whether it's going to be an EP or an album. Here's an insight, we've got at least 4 of them already written.
So I would say people will only have to wait 8 to 12 weeks to start hearing new things.
I mean, I'm not going to put a time frame on it, to be honest.
I've done it to put pressure on him. Thank you, James.
Thank you. Bye.
Pleasure.
Bye.